This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Looking for Pittman, but it's intercepted! And the Texans are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
It's a turnover on downs.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Run here with Blake Corum. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Well, you tell me, Buck, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll give to Corum on the option. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards. Now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You make that call, just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now here's Williams. Well, finds his back. It's Corum. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that is the Texans' 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Texans.
Now Williams. They find Corum again. A good tackle as that ball is secured, limits that gain to 8.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. A give to Corum. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that gives the Texans a 1st down. We finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And off to Corum out of his own lead. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. To throw is Williams. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the net. Working quickly here.
16 yards. First down, Houston.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Williams to throw on second. Pressure gets there. The defense gets home. He's dropped to the 14. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offensive line.
Third and less than a yard.
Williams to throw on third. That finds Pittman, complete. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. So now then, after the penalty, this is first and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Houston. Isaiah Pacheco scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
And he misses the point after, so this stays a 6-point game. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First down from the 42. Man in motion here. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. The look was there, but the catch is not. Contact deep downfield, and that's enough to pop that one out.
It's now second
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Rodgers to throw, second down. And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. Christian Barmore. And that backs them up now all the way into a 3rd and 23. Motioning the tight end now. 3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. He's going to run for it. Getting close, and a hit will force him to that sideline. Not before he picked up 24. And that's going to give the Vikings a first down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Approaching the final minute here before halftime. They'll run. First gives to Zach Charbonnet. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, knock down that runner.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Charbonnet. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Charbonnet now up the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Chidobe, Awuzie, and they're on the tackle. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Charbonnet. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Up and gained on 2nd down. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. To throw is Rodgers. Has a man, and he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Pittman Jr. finishing. Scoring drive with 6. Knock this through, and they'll take a lead into the break. And that's going to be a timeout, Brock. Clock still showing just 10 seconds in the half. Knock this through, and they'll take a lead into the break. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they'll take the lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Flowers now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Final throw before the break. Lofts it deep right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Flowers now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. from Pacheco to start the half. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Now second down throw for Williams. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. He's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. First down coming up.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
So first down from the 41. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Set him back 5. It's first and 15 after the penalty. To throw, Williams. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Williams on the scramble. Travis Jones on the stop. A gain of 14 brings up second and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Give to Corum from the gun. He's going to be stopped just a couple of yards beyond the line, but that is still good enough for the first.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Kyle Kennard in on that tackle.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches. Maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. From the gun, a carry by Corum. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Turn to Corum on third down. And they only get a couple when they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it fourth down. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. On now comes their punter. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
And they find him after just a yard. Next 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Rodgers set to pass. This one's going to wind up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second. He was muscled off that catch. That brings about 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Batted for a moment, but the hit jars it loose. Fortunate, Rock, that it did too, because that would have been a big strike otherwise. Instead, a 2nd down.
Different thoughts and methodologies here. You could take it slow and methodical, taking completions. Or in that case, you could tee it high and try to let it fly.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Now a give left side to Pacheco. Thought there'd be more room up the middle, but there wasn't. It closed quickly. He stopped that for a 3-yard gain. 3 yards to pick up that time, but we have reached the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Texans trail by just 1. Third down, they need 7. Here's Williams. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
1st and 10 from the 32. Running right is Pacheco. He's dropped. A big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Back to throw. Good play on football defensively. He knocks it away. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Oh, Brock, he's had to wait and wait to even be targeted in this game. And he's going to have to keep waiting now to see that first catch.
You know who will not be waiting? The critics after this one. You have got to get your tight end involved. Find a way somehow to get him the ball.
Need something big. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw it. Baker's going to get there, and he goes down. And that is not something this offense could afford, Brock. That's going to bring up 4th and long.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Desperation time here on 4th. Trying to push deep downfield. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Starting on the ground here with Charbonnet. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first.
A 3-yard pickup.
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At their 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock. It might see them burn a timeout. Houston calls it 2nd timeout.
It's 3rd
And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Buys time, rolling right. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lining up for one final snap. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So for our crew, my partner Brock Ewert and myself, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been Madden Ultimate Team.